Hi there, this is Virginia Parsons, your Hangout mentor, and I'm here to help you and your business reach new heights of success using this amazing free Google technology called Hangouts on Air. And what I'm here to discuss with you today are the 5 easy steps for producing a successful Hangout on Air that will wow your audience and help you grow a loyal following. Now, the first step that we have is to practice. And by that, I mean practice using all the tools that Google Hangout technology provides for you. There's some amazing tools inside a Hangout. And once you get comfortable with those, you're going to be able to produce a Hangout that looks and feels great and professional and will be able to wow your audience. First thing you want to practice is how to use the camera, knowing that you need to look into the camera to connect with your audience, make sure that you're clear, that you have proper lighting, and so play around with the camera. You also want to learn how to turn the camera on and off. There's a tool for that. There's also an audio tool. You want to play around with that. Make sure that you can be heard clearly. If you're working from a laptop, you might want to plug in like I have and put a headset on so it's clear for people. You may want to learn how to mute the audio or mute the audio of an audience, so play around with muting and unmuting. You want to learn how to use the blue boxing, and that is the boxing underneath. Now with the blue boxing underneath, you can actually change who is being viewed in the Hangout if there's more than one person. So in this case, there's only myself, so I don't need to blue box it, but you need to know how to do that for your productions. Then there's something called the cameraman. Now the cameraman gives the ability for you to take your broadcast and broadcast it large video so that you do not see any of the feeds underneath of your other guests. You just see the large feed, which is what we have going on right now. There's also a tool called Screen Share. And with Screen Share, you can share other information with your audience. So you might want to share a video with them. You might want to share a PowerPoint presentation with them. You might want to go out and surf the web and find something on the web itself, another website that you want to share with your audience. So play around with using Screen Share. It's a very valuable tool and really helps get the point across to your audience about what you're using. Now, there's also something called the toolbox. And in the toolbox, what you'll find is a great tool called your lower third. Now what you're seeing here on my screen is a lower third right underneath. And that lower third I created with a custom lower third, but you could also create a quick one with the Hangout toolbox. There's also a place for you to do a custom upload. And what I've done is create a custom upload transparency. And that's where you're seeing over to your left the steps that I'm going over with you. So really fool around with this because it's a great tool. It's called the Hangout Toolbox. There's also lots of other goodies inside the Hangout Toolbox that I really think you would benefit by learning about. So work with, practice with these tools. Now step 2 is to just simply hang out. Use this tool. Get familiar enough with it so you can go from initially feeling kind of incompetent. You're consciously aware that you don't know how to use these tools. I call that conscious incompetence. And the more you practice doing Hangouts, the more you broadcast and learn how to feel comfortable, you're going to develop an unconscious competence with the Hangout technology. And that's where you want to be so you can be yourself. And I also suggest that you practice different styles of hanging out. So what that means is there's a style that you see right here where I'm hanging out basically on my own. I'm a solo presenter. I'm giving you hopefully what you would consider valuable information, and I'm sharing that with you in a solo Hangout production. But you also might want to try a dual Hangout where you're actually in an interview mode, where you might be the interviewer and you have someone else on who you are interviewing to get information that's valuable for your audience. The other option for you might be to do a Hangout where you have a panel of experts. So you might have 3 or more. You can have up to 10 people on your Hangout, including yourself. So you can have a panel of experts that you are talking about a topic, and a mega Hangout might be considered a Hangout where you have all 10 spots filled with people discussing the topic. So try those out. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel, and it'll be unconscious for you to be confident doing a Hangout. Now, step 3 is to be yourself. You know, when you are yourself, people are more comfortable watching you. So don't be someone you're not. Don't get all rigid and uptight about this. Be human. It's okay if you make mistakes. People recognize that we're all human. So just be human. Be natural. Be warm. Be comfortable. Be at ease in front of the camera. And how do you do that? You connect with your audience, as I said earlier, by using that camera. Look into the camera. Smile into the camera, and imagine your audience is right there on the other side of that camera, and you want to connect with them. So develop a good, strong relationship with your camera, and your audience will feel a nice relationship with you. You also want to engage your audience. So what I'd like to do is say thank you so much for being here and watching this Hangout with me today. You might want to ask people, where are you hanging out from? And they can type that answer into the comment bar below the Hangout. I personally am hanging out today from beautiful Lake Tahoe, California, where I'm here on a mini vacation. I'm taking just a few minutes to record this Hangout for you. But you just can do Hangouts from anywhere. Isn't that remarkable? And you might want to ask your audience some questions. Anything you can do to acknowledge that your audience is there watching you and that you're sharing information with them helps engage your audience, lets them feel a part of the Hangout. So be yourself and engage your audience. Step 4 is to give them audience valuable content. Now, that content is something that fills a void for them. Maybe it solves a pain or something that they're missing. It answers questions that they needed answered. So you're just giving them information that they find valuable, that is useful to them. And you know, when you create the event for your Hangout, you might want to include a series of bullet points that goes over in more detail all the information they're going to receive by watching your Hangout. You want to think about exceeding their expectations, giving them more than they could have even hoped for. That's part of the wow factor. Give them more than they even anticipated, and you will have loyal followers. So give them answers to their questions, give them details that will help them have more knowledge, and wow them with your genuine caring and connection. And what's the 5th step? Well, I think it's really important to always include what we call a CTA, or a call to action. A call to action is something you ask your audience to do during the Hangout or at the end of the Hangout. You want to give them something you'd like for them to do. Like, I would love to receive comments. So you can put comments underneath the video. I also would love to hear your questions. If you have questions about something I've presented today, please send those questions, put them in the comment box, and I'll be sure to get back to you and respond to those questions. You can ask them to go to a link. I'm asking you to check out www.hangoutmentor.com, where you're going to get step-by-step instructions, videos and PDFs and handouts that teach you all that you need to know to produce successful professional Hangouts on air, and to monetize and market those Hangouts, and also to let the world know who you are, to get greater visibility and to stand out as an expert and an authority in your field. And you can find those things at the hangoutmentor.com. You also might ask your audience to download a PDF or some other kind of instructional handout. And so those are all the things you can do with a call to action. So those are the 5 steps that I had for you today to help you learn how you can reach new heights of success using this remarkable tool called Google Hangouts on Air. It's a totally free technology. You just need to learn how to use it and become competent and feel comfortable connecting to your audience. So I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and come back for more, because I'll be producing lots more trainings and videos for you to learn how to hang out successfully and wow your audience. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great day.